Hey guys, TH back with you for a Gatorade review, my first ever Gatorade review. This is the first thing I've drank that wasn't either pop or energy drinks or beer, but I figured might as well try something a little different. Got the zero lemon lime, 0 calories. Oh wait, 5 calories per container per serving size, 12 fluid ounces. So there's about 2.5 servings per uh, bottle, I guess. This is a big bottle, it's 28 ounces. I just picked this up at the convenience store. I need some fucking hydration. I drank some water earlier, but I need something a little more substantial. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Oh shit! We got my favorite cup here. Pulled it out of storage not too long ago. Those cups, you buy it, and then you just I don't know. I moved. I put it in storage. Then I moved. Then I just like forgot about it. My dad he went across the state, picked up some stuff out of storage. This was part of it. He left it. You know, my dad realizes what a douchebag I am. He left all these cups. I got another cup. It has like a gun shaped handle. It says "Bitch, better have my coffee." I should drink that from that next time. But today we're drinking from my favorite mug with the brass knuckle handle to show you how badass I am. I'm a badass motherfucker. Do not fuck with me, sir. Alright, I got it filled with zero sugar lemon lime. Delicious, amazing beverage. I love Gatorade so much. It's so good. Glacier cherry is my favorite flavor. I haven't had lemon lime in a long time. I don't think I've ever had zero sugar lemon lime. So let's give it a sip. Our first sip. Doesn't really taste like much. You get like a lemon hint with it. It's almost like drinking water. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's because I had a gas station hot dog about 5 minutes ago. I don't know. Maybe the flavors. Maybe my palate's too fucked up. Maybe I'm vaping too much. I don't know. It's cool though. It's cold and refreshing. Uh, oh man, I'm releasing so many videos right now. Just fuck it. I might take a break for a few days. Usually I give up. You know, I it's hard to upload every day. I should have just recorded all that shit and just like released it throughout the week, but nope. Gotta upload it all in one night. Oy. Mm. This will be your TH content for the week. I take some time, recover a little bit. Oh, tomorrow's Sunday, the day of our Lord. Maybe I'll actually go to church. Yeah, right. Mm. I don't even know what to think about that shit anymore. It's like I was such a hardcore atheist for a while. I'd go on Reddit. Oh God, I was like a big fan of Reddit. A few years ago, like a while ago, back in like 2011, 2012, when all that like atheist stuff with like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye, all that shit was getting popular. Um, and then it just kind of became so cringe. You get all these guys with like neck beards and fedoras talking about how much smarter they were than like Christians and stuff. And then Christianity became kind of cringe and all this shit. I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's just my observations, but believe whatever you want to believe. I don't give a shit. I'm a freedom of religion guy or lack of religion, whatever you want to do. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things I never really thought about it very seriously. I went to Catholic school, kindergarten through 8th grade. I went to parochial school. That's like the official name of it, but it was like this small like private school. I mean, before you think like I was some yuppie, I mean, it was just like a lower middle class like situation. I mean, they had all these kids. It was like a strictly middle class thing. I was no preppy. I didn't wear khaki pants and like deck shoes. Um, we just went there. They had like religion class. You go to church on Thursdays. It was just one of those things, and I was kind of like, I don't know if this is for me. I was never very devout. I was never a very devout Catholic. Um, I don't know. Now I'm kind of like maybe I should go to church. Maybe I should be worried about that shit. I don't know. I don't want to go to hell, but you never know. I don't know. Ugh. then atheism became this like left wing thing, and it was just like all these guys are just talking about how dumb Christianity was and how barbaric it was and all this shit. And I'm just like, well, I didn't really have any strong feelings for it either way. Boy, religious discussion. This is really exciting shit. This is really next level content. Who boy. Worship whatever the fuck you want to worship. I don't give a shit. Muslim, Jew, Catholic, Christian, Seventh Day Adventist, Lutheran, whatever. It's all good. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't know anymore. I don't know if I'd be welcome in the church. I'm trying to find like, oh, there's a lot of Christian Reformed churches out here. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't know what any of this shit even means. Just whatever. Oh, I'm pissing people off right now. Oh, so what? Oh, so what? I gotta get right with the Lord. I gotta atone for my various sins. I don't know. I live a pretty sin-free life, I think. I don't do anything too crazy. I don't go against God too much, I don't think. At least I hope not. I don't know. I don't want to be like in my deathbed and see like a light start, shining, and I'm like, oh, and maybe I'll float up to heaven, and then I wind up going like purgatory or something. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be in purgatory. It's gonna be like a huge white room. I'm gonna have I'm just gonna be sitting in a chair for all eternity. They'll have like a TV in there or something. Ugh. Ugh. God. But just like you unironically become like religious again just because of how cringe atheism has become. All this shit. I'm gonna start a theological discussion in my comments. That's what I want. That's gonna be what TH is about now. Mm. You get the lemon lime taste. It's like it kind of tastes like it just not. There's no sugar in this. There's really no. I mean, it's got like the artificial flavors. I don't fucking know. There's not much to say about this. I mean, it's refreshing, I guess. I used to drinking this out of a mug, usually chugging these bottles. You know, I put the work in. I most of my work I'm sitting down like 90% of the time, but every once in a while I gotta do some. It's like material handling where you're bringing parts to different people. There's all these stations. There's people at the stations. You gotta like stock them up with parts and stuff. And I do that every once in a while. Not very often, but maybe a couple hours a day. But you put in the work there, man. You're lifting stuff. I break a sweat. I'm out of shape, so that's not really surprising. I break a sweat watching Chick-fil-A commercials. So, it's just, one of those things. Try to get a little physical exercise, get some activity in. You can lose a lot of weight that way. I remember I was working at Kroger. It was just there's a period of my life I got laid off. I could not find a job, so I just took this job at Kroger just so I had a little bit of income coming in. It was a part-time thing. I was working midnight stocking shelves. And you'd be on your feet all night, 8 hours straight. You'd put in like you'd walk like 7-8 miles a night. And I remember that my eating schedule was all fucked up because I was on those midnights. I went from day shift to night shift, and my body was all confused. I'd get hungry at different parts during the day, and sometimes I wouldn't be hungry at all. I go like 12 to like 16 hours without eating, and I dropped like 60 pounds in like 4 or 5 months. I didn't work at Kroger very long. Yeah, it was only like $10 an hour. I mean, I don't know how the fuck people. We had people like supporting families on that shit. We had a couple like fathers, guys with like kids and stuff. It's just like, how the fuck are you making ends meet, bro? I don't know how Americans do that shit, man. Oy. I make about twice that much now, and I wouldn't say I'm struggling. Money's not tight, but it's not right, if that makes any sense. It's just like I could make a few more bucks, but we're getting plenty of overtime in the last few weeks, so. But that's just one of those things, you making all this extra money, you're working all these extra hours, and you're happy. You're like, oh, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. You don't, like, spend any of it, like, whittling down your credit cards or saving money up or, investing in whatever or actually, like, fixing stuff around the house. You just buy stupid shit. you buy like electronics, or you buy a bunch of Bitcoin, and then you're like $300 in the hole in like 2 days, and then the overtime dries up. You're back to like 40 straight hours a week, and you're just like, oh fuck, you know. I've had jobs before where guys, we'd be working OT for like 6 months straight, 50, 60 hours a week, sometimes more. And they were like, oh, time to buy a new truck. I can afford the extra payments now. And then like overtime would get cut off, and they'd be like, oh, fuck. You know, you're spending half your paycheck on rent, half your paycheck on your new F-150. And you're just like, oh shit, what do I do now? You know, it's one of those things. Oh, I've been driving shitty, like, fucking Japanese cars. I shouldn't say they're shitty. I drove like shitty American cars. I would always buy like GMs, like Buicks, Pontiacs, or whatever. And just once you get to a certain age, you know, once you get like a couple 100,000 miles on the odometer, it's just like you're just praying to God, please don't overheat. I remember I had this old Buick. It was a Century, I want to say, and this thing was just beat to shit. You know, I was just, it was just my daily driver, and you know, towards the end, you're spending so much money on it. You spend money on brakes, you spend money fixing the exhaust, or you'd spend it on like the gaskets or the head gaskets or whatever. And then like I remember one day I was driving back home. I had like a 50-mile commute, 5-0 commute every day. And I remember driving back home one day, and it started really overheating, like steam was coming out of the grill. I pulled over, and I'm just like, fuck, dude. And I was just like steaming there. I'd wait for the steam to go. I'd wait for the temperature to go down. It was like a 90-degree day, and I'm like running the heater. I'm just sweating buckets in this car, driving a few miles here and there. You know, I got to this area near Detroit. I was on 8 Mile, and I pulled over into this like abandoned gas station next to this hotel. There were all these like scumbags milling about. I'm just like, oh fuck, oh shit. I had to like wait. My car was just overheating so badly, like it was in the red, and I'm just like, this thing's about to just shit out on me. But I wound up buying a Honda like later. The Buick, it was just at the point where there's no point. I already sunk like $2,000 into it over a couple of years. I'm just like, I mean, this next thing, it was like totally fucked. Like all the gaskets needed to be replaced. I mean, the mechanic was just like, the car's already 20 years old. You got like 250,000 on the odometer, bro. You don't want to put any money into this. You know, it's just like a sunk cost at that point. But it's like, so I wound up buying this Honda Civic, and for cash, believe it or not, and it was an '04. It had a lot of miles on it, but I've been driving that for about 4 years now. No, really, you know, you spend a couple $100 here and there, just big general maintenance, but you know, for the most part, that thing's been probably the most reliable car I've ever owned. I don't know why I had brand loyalty. Yeah, I never really worked for like one of the big three, you know, Michigan, where I live now. That's like, you got the big three, you know, Chrysler, Dodge, GM, Ford, and you have all this like brand loyalty. So it's like, I gotta drive an American car. You know, I'd work for like subsidiaries of GM or whatever. I'd be like designing like GM car parts or whatever. That was back in the day, back when I still had oh fuck, I just overfilled the goddamn cup. I got fucking Gatorade all over the place. Shit, it's gonna be all sticky. Oh, it's dripping everywhere. Fuck. Alright. God damn it. Now it's, shit. But you know what? Leave it. Whatever. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I got on my knee. I'm not wearing pants right now, so I'm gonna be all sugary and sticky. God damn it. You know. I'm wearing these sunglasses. I can't tell how much fucking Gatorade is in this, so I'm just pouring more in. Hydration, baby. It's got electrolytes, which are what plants crave. So, this is pretty much cashed out. Let me just... Okay. Yum. I'm gonna recycle this. Haha, just kidding. Fuck the environment. Who needs it? Who needs that shit? Not me. Oh, shit. my trailer park doesn't have recycling. I mean, you can. There's places you can go. You can like gather up like aluminum and like plastic and like dump them off at this place, but it's a pain in the ass. Uh, Everything makes me fucking burp. I drank that water and made me fucking burp. This shit makes me burp too. God, I'm just a gassy motherfucker. When you get like fat enough, you just you're just burping, farting all the goddamn time. You try not to. You know, I got this guy. Everybody at my work wears earbuds except this one guy. He's just like, we asked him like, why don't you wear earbuds? He's just like, I don't like music. I just like being alone with my thoughts. And we're all kind of like, he's gonna bring a gun in here one of these days. But no, I mean, you just like, I remember I was sitting next to him, and I'm just like, you know, sometimes you'd be sitting next to a girl. We'd hire some of these girls. They were cute and they were nice, and they're sitting next to you, and you're just like sitting there, and I'm just like, I would eat some like really like cheesy, meaty fucking thing for. I go get some like burgers or some Taco Bell or something at lunch. Back before I was more health conscious, and you're just sitting there. It's like at the end of the night, and all this like refried beans and all this shit would just be working their way through your intestines, and all of a sudden you just like you feel that bubbling in your guts. And you're just like holding it in. You're just like, oh God, please, please don't let me fart next to this cute girl. And you want to go to the bathroom and fart, but you don't want to, you know, you'd already taken a bunch of bathroom breaks throughout the day. You don't want your boss to think you're like slacking off or whatever. So you're just like holding this fart in. But I remember I was sitting next to this guy without any earbuds in. Of course, I get to sit next to him, but he's probably watching this right now. But I'm like farting next to him. He starts giggling, and I'm just like, oh, dude, shit. Sorry, man. Sorry. Oh, just like I worked at this one place. It was all guys. It was just like engineering company in where was that? It was in Southeast Michigan, but I don't remember what city specifically. But this is like 10 years ago. But it was just the whole floor was nothing but guys, and there was like an open floor. There was no cubicles. We just sat at desks, kind of arranged wherever, and all we would do is fart. It was like stereo farting. I hear like, you know, it just you look around and you know this guy sat behind me. He was like the manager, and he would let these ones go. They lasted like 10 seconds. You know, that kind of shit. I look behind me, and he'd be like looking at me like, "Hey," you know, it's like, "Oh, bro," and it stunk so bad. You just like, you know, you'd be walking around through there, and you would just like, people would be all giggling. They're all like little schoolgirls, just giggling, like they just told some dirty little secret, and they would just be like, you know, and you'd walk past, and you'd smell something. It sounded like somebody lit a turd on fire, and it would just be like, oh my God, this cloud would hit you. It would be like, you know, imagine walking through like a vape cloud, but it smells like shit. And it would just be like, oh my God. And it would like, you could like almost taste it. Not to gross anybody out, but oh God, all this farting. Just trying to fart in front of people. You try so hard. Oh, oh shit. Oh man. I started talking about religion, wound up talking about farts. I got a fart brewing up right now. I don't think my microphone will pick it up though, but yeah. Bleh. Oh, you know what? Let me give a rating to this Gatorade. You know, it kind of tastes a little bit like lemon. The flavors aren't very strong. I don't know. Maybe I've been vaping too much. Can't really taste it that well, but it's hydrating me. So you know what? I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It's fine. If you guys like Gatorade, if you like zero sugar stuff, you know, I mean, it's a good option for you. You know, I don't want to drink anything sugary now. It's like 3 in the goddamn morning. Ah, uh, uh, um, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Any stuff you want me to try, comment section, you know what to do. But you all stay safe. You all be cool, and I will talk to you guys later.